cultivar often made into a dessert was pioneered and perfected. Meanwhile, the Dairy Training and Research Institute was the first in the country to freeze buffalo semen, paving the way for artificial insemination of local carabaos. Along with the establishment of UPLB in the 70s, the college received the prestigious Ramon Magsaysay Award for International.
Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisihil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang usap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdiningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw na buwan, ating pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya dapat ay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good morning, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to the search for the next Dean of the College of Agriculture and Food Science. My name is Joe Florendo and I will be your host and moderator for today. In this public forum, we will be listening to the accomplishment report of the current Dean, Dr. Elpidio M. Agbisit Jr. But before we start, I have a few reminders. This presentation is being recorded for documentation purposes. Kindly mute your microphone and turn off your camera. This should only be used during the question and answer portion. Participants can write their questions in the chat box, and those watching from YouTube can write it in the comment section. Questions will be read after the presentation. I will now turn you over to the Chair of the Search Committee, Vice Chancellor Janet Silva.
Maraming salamat po, VP Joe. Thank you for the CAPS constituents for being here despite the short notice. Mag-share lang po ako ng screen para mas makita ng tao ang ating presentation. So again, isang mapagpalayang araw po sa lahat. Sana po ay mas magaan na ang buhay ng kaunti ng mga tao dahil nakapagpasa na ng grades, especially for the faculty members here. Tapos na, pero start na po ng mid-year, so hindi pa rin pala. And I know that CAPS constituents, especially the researchers and the admins, are very into public service and a lot of extension activities. So hindi pa rin pala masyadong magaan ang buhay. But nevertheless, we're thankful na nandito po kayo to join us in listening to the accomplishments, challenges, and opportunities of CAPS to be presented by no less than the incumbent Dean, si Dean Peets. Ipapakilala ko lang po sa inyo saglit ang members ng search committee so that we can recognize them. Paki-open ang camera kapag nandito po so that you can be duly recognized. So I'm acting as a chair of the search committee. We have our moderator for today, the very energetic, si VP Joe Florendo as a representative of the UP system. Si Dr. Rina De Luna, our faculty representative, is also here. We also have Ma'am Alicia Kikoy, the reps representative. We also have with us Mr. Wilfred Villamayor, ang ating pong admin staff representative. Hello sir, good morning. And of course, ang ating pong student representative, we have Sig Severino. Nandito rin po si Sig, and our recording secretary, the very beautiful si Tita Marcy Miranda. So, yan po ang composition ng ating search committee. So kung may mga questions po kayo, feel free to ask any one of us. We'll be happy to accommodate your questions. Kaunti konti lamang pong pagbabago doon sa ating schedule. We initially sent out an email blast via ITC at saka po personal na in-email po namin kayo regarding the schedule of activities for the Dean Search. Pero dahil po isa lamang po ang ating natanggap na nomination doon sa deadline nating sinet, which is on July 2, as per the requirement, we would have to conduct an active search, and that is what we will be doing until July 9, 2021, 5 p.m. po ang pinaka-deadline. So, for those who can be nominated, who may be nominated, anyone who possess this virtues and characteristics. So, dapat po ay may outstanding academic credentials, 5 years of satisfactory service to the university, commitment to the university and to the unit, unquestionable moral integrity, leadership qualities, and admin or managerial qualities, and professional maturity, as exemplified by our incumbent dean. Who may nominate, so pwede pong all personnel, faculty, and non-faculty of the academic unit, students of the academic unit, and alumni of the academic unit. Pwede po ito through, it can be done individually, by group, or by sector. Pwede po, we accept those kinds of nominations. Ang kailangan nyo po i-submit is a duly signed nomination letter indicating the name of your nominee and the justification for the nomination. Dapat po may conforme nung ninonominate, no? Kailangan po alam niya na siya po ay being nominated at tinanggap po niya ang nomination. And please include the curriculum vitae of your nominee with a 2-page summary. Paano po i-submit? Dahil po sa ating health protocols, email lang po. We don't accept hard copies of documents. So, i-email lang po sa jmsilva@up.edu.ph. I-address lang po siya sa chair ng search committee, sa yours truly. And then the subject line must be CAPS Dean nomination para mas madali po namin siyang mahanap sa aming sangkaterbang emails. So, maraming salamat po. Ito po ang bagong schedule of our activities. I-announce ko na rin po ngayon para later po ay nakafocus tayo doon sa accomplishment na ipapresent. Ang floor po ay ibibigay natin, ang limelight ay ibibigay natin sa ating incumbent team. So for our activities po, ang sunod na po dito would be the presentation of visions, plans, and programs by the nominees on July 12. That's Monday, 9 a.m. via Zoom din po ito. We are inviting everyone to attend. And then the consultation po with CAPS constituents would be one-day event na lang po siya. In the morning would be for the faculty, admin, reps, ICS, and professors emeriti. We'll be sending you po through email a Google form kung saan mag-set po kayo ng schedule sa amin. I-post ko rin po yun sa FB page namin at i-request sa CAPS na i-post para po makapag-schedule kayo ng interview with us. Pwede po itong gawin individually or by group. And then the search committee interview with the nominees or with the nominee, kung hindi po madadagdagan, would be on July 14. We are expected to submit po our report by July 16. In time naman para sa BOR meeting on, I think, the last Thursday of the month. So maraming salamat po. Thank you for being with us again. And I'm turning back the virtual floor to to VP Joe. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor Silva. It is now time to listen to the accomplishment report of the College of Agriculture and Food Science. Our speaker is Dr. Elpidio M. Agbisit Jr. He obtained his BS in Agriculture, MS, and Doctor of Philosophy in Animal Science with specialization in swine production from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. Prior to serving as Dean, Dr. Agbisit held several administrative positions such as Director and OIC Director of the Institute of Animal Science, Director of Animal and Dairy Sciences Cluster, Division Leader of Animal Production and Product Utilization Division, and Assistant Vice Chancellor for Community Affairs from April 2006 to October 2011. He is a member of the Technical Working Group Committee for the Swine Breeder Farms Accreditation Program and part of DA Bar Pool of Experts. Among his notable extension services are Consultant in Swine Production, Executive Secretary and Treasurer of Asian Association of Agricultural Colleges and University, Secretary of the Board of Trustees, UPLB Foundation, Animal Science Specialist, Chair and Member of Board of Directors, UPLB CAFS Alumni Association, and National Daily Authority. Dr. Agbisit, better known as Dean PIDS to his colleagues, received several awards and distinctions, such as the UP Diamond Jubilee Faculty Grant in Animal Science, the Development Fund Faculty Award, PSAS Marial Philippines Outstanding Teacher in Animal Science Award, and the one UP Professorial Chair and Faculty Grant Awards during the period 2019 to 2021 in recognition of his exemplary work as a teacher and as a researcher. Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Agbisit. Sir,
Hello,
the
Sir Joe. Thank you very much. I hope that you can hear me properly.
we can hear you, sir.
Thank you very much. Of course, I would like to greet the search committee chair, Dr. Janet M. Silva, the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Of course, Sir Joe Florendo, the representative of the President of the UP system, Ms. Alicia R. Kikoy, Mr. Pilfred Q. Villamayor, Mr. Siegfried Severino, Ms. Marcelina C. Miranda, and of course, Dr. Catalina De Luna. And for the 778 men and women of the College of Agriculture, a blessed and pleasant morning to everyone. So I am now tasked to present the accomplishment report. So medyo po ako kinakabahan in such a way that I hope that I have placed all our accomplishments in this slide or in this paper, no. So konti lang naman po ang ating nagawa for the past few years. So I hope you can bear with me. This, I think, 125 slides overall. Okay, so first of all, I would like to set the team, no. So I started running for Dean with this framework in mind, no. So basically, I plan to have a conducive and enabling environment, an atmosphere of teamwork and service. Of course, we further enhance the traditional strength toward excellence in agriculture, and of course, a stakeholder-sensitive programs. So in order to achieve this, we should have a mindset of service, selflessness, engaging, reinvigorating, visionary, innovative, consciousness, and excellence. And we honor all our commitments in the College of Agriculture with dignity. No? So basically, nung nagsimula po ako, we strive to strengthen our mandate to be the premier college in agriculture and food science. And in order to reach these goals, we of course have a team, of course headed by me, of course, and of course my two masipag, maganda at mga matatalinong associate deans. We have Dr. Adeleza A. Dorado, associate dean for instruction, and Dr. Barbara L. Kawili, associate dean for research and extension. And of course, helping me here in the Dean's Office and in the publication section are the men and women of the Dean's Office and the publication section. Then, of course, the very able Office of the College Secretary is helping me in the undergraduate programs. So we have first si Ma'am Cynthia R. Oliveros, and now we have the College Secretary, Dr. Rosalyn F. Paelmo. And of course, you can see there the men and women of the College Secretary's Office. Then we have the Central Experiment Station headed by Station Manager Engineer Emmanuel Q. Amatorio. Ito sila po in charge sa mga land areas natin and other things of the college. Kaya yan po kanilang mga tumutulong po sa atin in terms of this aspect. Then we have the La Granja Training Research Institution headed by Dr. Emmanuel G. Samson. Ito po ay nasa La Carlota sa Negros po. They are manning our station there, or land grant station in that area. Then we have the Philippine Agriculture Scientists. Later on, you will see the improvement done by the three groups and his able editorial staff. No, so of course it's headed by Dr. Romel C. Solabo and his two associate editors, Dr. Kawili and scientist Merdelin T. Lit. Then we have the Agriculture Systems Institute, headed first by Dr. Pearl Sanchez and now being spearheaded by Dr. Virgilio T. Villancio. And the systems persons are also there helping me in terms of their mandate. Then we have the Dairy Training and Research Institute headed by Dr. Amado A. Angeles and the milkers of D3. So you can see them here. Then we have the Institute of Animal Science headed by Dr. Romel C. Solabo. And of course, the caretakers of the institute are also in this slide. We have also the Institute of Crop Science. Dati po, it was headed by Dr. Edna A. Aguilar. And then after a few years after her term, now the director of iCrops is Dr. Consortia E. Riaño. Ayan po ang mga plantito at plantita ng Institute of Crop Science. Then we have the Institute of Food Science headed by Food Science and Technology headed by Dr. Lotis E. Mopera. Ito po yung mga ating mga bakers and cookers of the Institute of Food Science and Technology. Then we have the Institute of Plant Breeding. It was in the initial time, we had the Dr. Pompe C. Santa Cruz heading it. But now we have Dr. Rodel G. Maghirang, which will be retiring today. I would like to take this opportunity to greet Dr. Rodel G. Maghirang a happy birthday. And of course, sir, thank you for your valuable and dedicated service to your college and to your university. In the slide, we can also see the men and the breeders of the Institute of Plant Breeding helping us in all our programs. Then we have the Institute of Feed Science, Entomology, and Plant Pathology headed by Dr. Cheryl A. Yap. And movers and shakers of IWEP are seen also in this slide. Then, of course, the National Crop Protection Center. It was initially headed by Dr. Hill L. Magsino, but because of retirement, he headed he passed the realm to Mr. Melvin or Director Melvin D. Benga. And in the slide also, we have the protectors of the National Crop Protection Center. Then we have the Postharvest Horticulture Training Research Center. It was initially again headed by Dr. Elda B. Esguerra as director, but due to retirement, he passed the leadership to Dr. Dormita R. Del Carmen. And these are the preservers of the post-harvest team in this slide. And ang aming pong bagong kasama, because of the change in mandate of the Institute of Agroforestry, the leadership is now handed on to a representative from the College of Agriculture and Food Science. Of course, the new director was Dr. Jose Nestor Garcia. Siya po ang amin na bago naming kapamilya, helping us on all our activities and programs. Then, of course, helping me throughout the years are the members of the Student Council or the CAP Student Council. Initially, we had, of course, Chairperson Josea Lasarte. Then he handed the reign to Sir Benedict Kyle Barbers. No, this is a very important people that had helped me during the past few years. Then, of course, a special thanks to the people who gave their recommendations and comments and suggestions in terms of the different things that is or important facets in terms of the College of Agriculture and Food Science. They are listed there. And of course, those people who have showed their support and gave encouragement for the college. Sana po hindi ko na-miss yung iba doon, no? So of course, meron po silang na-share sa akin na hindi ko pa po nagagawa. Humihingi po ako panunhin. So we'll just have time and we can fulfill all the things that you have recommended and suggested also. Ayan po, no? So we divided the presentation into three parts, no, the pre-pandemic and the post-pandemic. So so what we did during the initial years was, of course, getting to know what the College of Agriculture and Food Science is all about, knowing the different strengths and its weaknesses, aspirations, goals, etc., and mandates. So we had benchmarking with international regional collaborations. No, we tried to consult all of our stakeholders, no, either by a college or by institutions. No? So we tried to consolidate also existing plans and programs of the different academic, research, and specialized institutions. Okay, so we found out that during our stay here, that the initial days in office, iba talaga po ang natanim ng College of Agriculture sa mga puso at isipan ng mga tao. So we always referred to as the College of Agriculture, no? So we instituted a branding mechanism wherein we pushed the College of Agriculture and Food Science. No, we all know that the reorganization of the college was due to the paradigm shift from not only production aspect but also the farm to plate component. So we really tried doing some branding and increasing the awareness of our different stakeholders regarding the change in paradigm shift of the College of Agriculture. So initially we had that slogan, one college, one family, one goal. Ang College of Agriculture po para sa isang one UP. Then, just to give you an idea of what the colleges is, no? So we have enrollment of other undergraduate students. So if you can see here, we have in the slide, consistent naman po ang enrollment namin from 2018 to 2021. Of course, we had a low enrollment during mid-year. The students were resting, and most of the mid-year courses in the College of Agriculture is allotted for internship or farm practice and thesis. Okay, so ito po yung mabigat, no? So if you look at the enrollment, it's almost the same through the years. Okay, we had we accept around 130 plus BSA, 100 food science, BSFT, and 100 BS Agriculture Biotechnology. The graduation rate as expected in the mid-year 2019 and first semester 2019 and second semester of that year, we know that what happened because of the pandemic. So we had a very low graduation rate for our undergraduate students. But bear in mind, hindi pa po dito incorporated yung huling the third batch of graduates of 2019-2020, no? So this data will go high a little bit, no? We will be presenting this to the University Council next meeting. Okay. Then we have enrollment rate in our graduate students. So we have your masters, no? So if you can look at this, our top 5 institutions are animal science, plant breeding, plant pathology, MS horticulture and agronomy, fourth, and then we have the MS in food technology and MS in entomology, which are the top 5 degree programs in terms of master science. Then we have the enrollment for our PhD program. Again, you can see that animal science is number 1. Then we have horticulture, entomology, plant breeding, and agronomy, soils and soil science placing 3rd. Then we have food science placing 4th, and we have plant pathology having the 5th number of enrollees in their PhD program. Then in graduation rate for graduate students, we have animal science being the top institution who in terms of MS graduation. Then we have food science, agronomy, and plant breeding. Then the 4th place goes to plant pathology, soil and horticulture, Okay. Then for PhD graduation rate, the highest again goes to animal science, followed by soil science, agronomy, horticulture, and food science. So we are monitoring the graduation rate of our students in the College of Agriculture and Food Science, no, both for undergraduate and graduate work. Then, of course, we had new graduate programs, no? So we all know this now. Our first professional masters in animal science, which was approved by the BOR, is a professional masters in animal science. Then we have another professional masters program, or the masters in food engineering. It was endorsed by PAC to the BOR. No, so we'll just be waiting for BOR approval on this new professional masters in food engineering. Okay, so of course, in 2019, we were preparing already for SAR, or the self-assessment report preparation for the AUN accreditation, AUN QA accreditation. So we plan to accredit two of our remaining degrees, the BS Agricultural Biotechnology and the BS Food Science and Technology. And in the same light, kasi halos pare-parehas rin naman po ang kailangan, we are starting now for the renewal of the BS Agriculture program, which was AUN QA accredited a few years ago. Then, of course, we, in terms of instruction, we have facilitated a memoranda of understanding with the National Chongqing University in Taiwan and the National Tsinghua University also in Taiwan. So this happened in the first few months of 2019. Then, headed by Dr. Tonette Laude, we have a program to strengthen the private-public partnership through industry practice in agriculture, or what we call the P4 program. So this is the project was intended to prepare the college in implementation of industry practice option of the revised CAPS undergraduate programs. Okay. Then, in terms of research, medyo maliit po ang slide kasi medyo madami po, no? So I ask for your indulgence here. So if you look at our research, no? So starting 2018 up to present, the college was able to complete 179 projects. And presently, there are 386 ongoing projects that are presented here in 2021. That is amounting to, hindi ko maliit, pati po ako, hindi ko mabasa, no? So, around 78 million or 617 million pesos. So we are administering 617 million pesos in terms of research grants from the different research funding agencies. In terms of projects generated under the UPLB FI, we have 88 projects in the first few years, and then we added 153 projects in the last few years, no, and that we are managing through the UPLB FI. Then we had our first CAPS, or the second R&D symposium in terms of stakeholders consultation in research. The first stakeholders consultation was conducted during the time of Dr. Sopanco, and the second stakeholders consultation, which focused on industry partners of the college. And with this, we develop 12 R&D programs, or R&D 12 commodity teams, which we call it. Okay, so they were of course to the inputs of our different stakeholders, the different commodity teams formulated our 12 master plans in terms, or 12 roadmaps or air maps, if you want to call it that way, in terms of how do we proceed in terms of our R&D agenda. Then in March 6 of 2020, we had a research consultation meeting with the secretary. This is in line with our 111th anniversary. So the secretary was our guest speaker during that time, and after the activities. We had a closed door consultation with the secretary on shared to us his the DA's research agenda. Then of course the different directors during that time also shared what their plans were. So after this meeting, we again edited our research agenda. So basically just pass through it. So this is already a modified version of our research agenda. So around 12 of this. No, this has been hard work for stakeholders and of course one of the DA as one of our basic stakeholders. No. So in terms of the performance of the Philippine agriculturists, so in 2017, it went down a little bit in 2018, but they bounced back in 2019, 86. And of course, the acceptance rate for manuscript was also, I think this is improved by 5%. Then this is the performance that was shared to me by the Philippine agriculture scientists. Their H index is 12, over rank and ranking is 18,070. Of course, the ranking SGR is 0.198 and the impact factor now is 0.43. So they are with the help of Dr. Solamo and his team, they have already improved the performance of our Philippine agriculture scientists. Okay, research international publications in 2018, we had only a few and only around 3 of our institutions have IPA publications in 2019. Again, it is with IPB and IWEP. So only 2 institutions here. But if you can see in 2020, we had a lot of IPA publications that is almost distributed to 5 of the 5 institutions in the college. And of course, we have, visitors. This slide shows the visit of the institute or representative coming from the Institute of Weed Science, Entomology, and Pathology and the National Crop Protection Center. They visited Taiwan and they got to learn about the fall armyworm management, what Taiwan was doing, because Taiwan was hit by fall armyworm. So they visited Taiwan and they got what the different universities or the government did in terms to alleviate the fall armyworm. And I think this is a very, very important facet in terms of our initiatives as a college. Okay, of course, in 2019, we all know that the 3 major crops, the 3 major commodities in agriculture was hit by different challenges and trials, no, and changes, no. So we have the rice tariffication, we have rice tariffication, which starts around March of 2019. We have the ASF, or the first incident of it was July of 2019. Then, of course, with the emergence of the fall armyworm, no, on the first 3 first 2 commodities, of course, the College of Agriculture played only a supporting role, because there are other colleges that has the main mandate to tackle the rice tariffication and the ASF problem. So we just played a supporting role. But of course, the fall armyworm challenge was really the mandate of the College of Agriculture and Food Science, especially IWEP and NCPC. So these are basic initiatives of these people, no. So just to share, no, when the funding for their trip was not allowed, hindi na po sila nag-atubiling humingi pa sa College of Agriculture to augment what they have spent to the trip, no. Sabi nila para daw sa kolehiyo at para daw po yon sa Filipino people ang ginawa nilang visit for Taiwan. So my cap off to the 4 persons that went there for this activity. Then we have extension and training conducted by the CAPS unit, no. So it is listed there. We have around 346, as you can see, from June 20 to 2020 to June 20, 2021, medyo kumonte, no? Wala pa ho dun sa kalahati po ng aming mga performance. Of course, we all know what happened during this time. Another extension program of the college, what we did during the first part of the term, was the first College of Agriculture and Food Science Agri Fair and Techno Demo. So sinasabay po namin to sa aming 110th anniversary. Then we had, of course, during this year also, we were hit by the eruption of Taal. So we had our initiatives. Hindi lang po kami gano visual, hindi po kami gano nag-post sa Facebook, but of course the different units of the college help in augmenting those that were affected by the eruption of the Taal volcano, and our technical teams were there already around 5 days after the eruption of Taal, looking at possible things and what was the intent of the eruption in terms of the crop sector. Then we have the technologies and exhibits that was conducted during the 111th anniversary of the College of Agriculture. So yan po yung it's 111 technologies and beyond exhibit. That's what we call this exhibit, no, sa social garden. Then yan, so a few pictures of that activity. Then, of course, one of our primary extension programs, the FSTP program, which has more than 1,000 beneficiaries, no? So the 1,000 plus, I think this is more than 1,000 beneficiaries from October 2018 to present. Just to tell you frankly, to everyone, this team was really working. Even though there was a pandemic, they were really going to doing some webinars and extension programs, no? So they have so many beneficiaries already, no? Then, of course, our extension work, we had the quick response team of the National Crop Protection Center. They have more than 522 beneficiaries across the Philippines, no? So if you have any problem regarding infestation or infection, tawagan nyo lang po sila, and they quickly respond to all of those requests. Then we have the plant health clinic, which was established, no, and it's now catering kasi bago lang po, halos it has just been opened when in the time of Sir Hill Magsino, and I think we have more than 40 individuals that were catered already in this plant health and pest clinic. Aside from that, we have the Pest Clinic and Diagnostic Service Laboratory of the Institute of Weed Science, Entomology, and Plant Pathology, doing extension programs or extension works also. And of course, IWEP also is noted for its UPLB termite program. So I just heard recently that they have finished establishing the termite control in our housing. Thank you very much for your service, team. Then we had in terms of staff development and in-house training for website preparation. So dito po with the help, we had 25 staff of the college which underwent an in-house training for website development with assistance of ITC, UPLB. Okay, staffs were made familiar with the interface of WordPress and how to make website and make use of different templates. The goal of said training is to come up with a website for each unit of the college. Okay, so presently, 7 out of the 13 websites are now live and available for viewing. Of course, in terms of streamlining operation, we conducted the first Administrative Officers Forum, which was conducted from October 2 to 4, 2019 at the Philippine Judiciary Academy, Tagaytay City. We had a total of 50 participants from CAPS who participated in the event. Most of them are our administrative officers. The activity updated the CAPS unit on the new administrative, procurement, accounting, budgeting, auditing laws, and rules and regulations. Moreover, the forum resulted to a standardized processing of documents and synchronization of administrative functions in the line with the strategic performance management system. The major challenges encountered by the units in the processing of the major challenges encountered by the units in the processing of personnel, procurement, and financial documents were also discussed during this forum. Okay, one output of this forum was to develop an operational manual for the college. Okay, so we are still developing in line with the university program, the ASPI program. No, so that was a nice change. No, so now we can synchronize what we are doing with that of the university system. Of course, furthermore, so information and education and communication, we had a website and Facebook and YouTube. So most of our webinars are in YouTube. No, so we really try to update all of these websites and Facebooks and reminding some of our units that to do so. No, dito, no. Then we have established also our CAPS AVP. You have seen some of them already. Okay, this is in line with the celebration last time, the 112th anniversary of the College of Agriculture, of course, sponsored by the university, UPLB. Then infrastructure and facilities. During our first term, we finished the Organic Agriculture Research Development and Extension Center for ASI, modification of the different laboratories in PHTRC, and of course the Institute of Animal Science. They have developed one computer laboratory under that was adopted by one of our alumni, Mr. Ronald Mascareñas. Then the first floor of the IWET building, as you can see, there has been done already. And so we are still waiting for the second and third floor construction, waiting for updates on how to proceed. And of course, also waiting for the turnover of this building to the Institute of Weed Science, Entomology, and Plant Pathology, so they can make use of the area already. Then, of course, the NPGR building, as of recent update, it is under the DPWH and they are in the bidding process. Then we have the Food Processing and Development Center, Research Center. So the DAED was completed, and initially there was a budget on this, but unfortunately due to the COVID pandemic, some of the budget was reverted to the plans of government. So it is now still waiting for funding. Then we have the dairy barn. The DAED is again completed, and we are waiting for funding. The same thing happened with that of the food science building. Then, of course, we have a CAFEL program, the College of Agriculture and Food Science Emergency Loan Fund. These are for students. So we had a number of students that had availed of the CAFEL. Even in 2019 and 2020, we had some students who really made use of this program of ours. And in the buildup of CAFEL, we have, I think, close to 800,000 pesos now in terms of CAFEL capital buildup, no, for this program. This was due to initiatives of Dr. Adeliza Dorado in terms of fundraising campaigns and donations that she was asking to our alumni. Then we have a student development. So we supported the student, one of our students, no, so in terms of his attendance in the General Assembly of Student Councils, National Congress, no, KSUP National Congress, no. So this was, I think, in Leyte. Then we had some students who went to Taiwan for the Taiwan Rural Up program organized by the National Chongqing University. This happened due to our initial collaboration with them. So they invited, I think, 5 of our students. No, one of them was the past student council chairperson, Miss Josea Lazarte. Then, of course, in 2019 also, we also sent 4 students in Kobe. No, ang kanilang faculty na kasama po during that time to guide them was Dr. Cynthia R. Oliveros. In the Taiwan trip, Dr. Philma C. Calalo accompanied our students also, no. And nakakatawa po tong 2019 sa Taiwan, no. The students were not they had to go to a community. Okay, ang community nila is in the Funjig Agricultural Leisure Farm sa Nantu. They lived there for more than 2 weeks. No, so they were helping the farmers in the community to solve problems. Okay, so after that they presented it to the organizers. No, so it was really a very fun and a nice experience to students. No. Then, of course, we have some publications going on, the Agri-Green and Gold and the Agri-Tourism magazine. Then we have book launchings on the Agri-Tech book launch. And of course, we have another book done by the group which was designing and writing and packaging proposal for research and development. Okay, so we had some book launching. Then fun moments. Of course, we are not only competitive in academic research and extension works, we are also we also join activities in terms of float competition. No? So Loyalty Day, October 10, 2018. I think this float down here. Okay, on your left, placed second. No, napakagandang second po niyan. Frankly, now this is, I think, after 2 years na first, naging second. So this is my first stint as dean. So sabi ko, malas yata akong dekano kasi naging second tayo from two straight previous first position. But of course, Ryan Tayobong approached me during that time at sinabi niya, Dean, huwag kang mag-alala. Next Loyalty Day tayo ulit ang first. And naturally, nung October 10, 2019, we again gained the first place award for float development. No? So ayun po, no, after the Loyalty Day, Dean Arnold Elpidio during that time teased me na sinabi niya, hindi lang pala dapat mag-drive ng traktor ang dekano, dapat daw pati sumayaw. So next year daw niya, balak niya, sasayaw na siya. Unfortunately, wala ho tayong Loyalty Day in 2020. So hindi po nakabawi si Sir Arnold sa amin. Okay, but if you see, ang biniro ko sa kanya, hindi lang dekano ang sumayaw sa amin. If you look, all the directors also contributed to this activity. Kaya nga po, one college, one goal, one family. Then of course, we have Palarong UPLB. In 2019, we placed second sa student and first sa staff. But when you sum up the two performances, I think we placed first during this time sa Palarong UPLB. Then we have the CAPS Family Day in 2019 and 2020. This in line with our anniversary during this time. So we had performances of the different units. They showed their artistic touch and artistic inclination. Napasayaw po nila lahat ng kanilang directors dito. And you can see at the right side corner, hindi nyo mapapanaginipan na sumasayaw si Dr. Solabo. Pero because of this activity, you saw the different directors showing their artistic talents. Okay, then nasa second portion na po tayo. Malapit na po tayo matapos. No? So we on the second portion, this was of course, the time wherein there was the pandemic issue and the pandemic problem. So ang battle cry po namin during that time, one college, one goal towards a sustainable food system. So we instituted a few plans here. Okay, so we just clumped the different programs and initiatives that we had in terms of adapting, adjusting, and evolving to the new normal. So we had the Kapsama Tayo program, which was headed by, of course, Ma'am Kat Israel of Food Science. Then we have the Kaps Pamilya Tayo program, faculty and staff program. So medyo bata pa pong group yan. Is headed by Deputy Director Angelo Tapia. Then we have the Kapsama Pa Rin Tayo program. This is our alumni program. And of course, our initiatives towards partnership in the academic and research extension institutions falls into the Kapspare program of the College of Agriculture. So these are the four consolidating programs of all of our activity towards a sustainable food systems. But of course, during the few months ago that we were asked by the Chancellor, of course, he gave us that opportunity to develop the future-proofing initiative of UPLB. So of course, we are spearheading that portion, that the program, and with that in mind, we are also future-proofing initiatives of the College of Agriculture, or there are future-proofing initiatives done by the College of Agriculture and Food Science. So of course, alam po natin yan, madami tayong ginawang course pack during the initial years of the initial months of the pandemic. So we have 136 course packs that were developed in the 2 semesters for, of course, remote learning and blended learning. We also, during this time, initiated some career orientation videos. Of course, we join invitations from the different high schools. Not only me, but also the different directors were invited sa career orientation ng high school. Of course, we were selling the College of Agriculture. We were selling the degrees, food science, agriculture, and agriculture biotechnology. And we also, during this time, initiated our agriculture program. Okay, sabi nga po ni Shirka Director Glenn Gregorio, agriculture should be cool and sexy. So we have a agriculture program to entice the different students to join or to take agriculture or our different degrees when they reach their college. So aside from that, so in terms of instruction, we have some initiatives going on. We have the Master of Science in with Science, of course, Doctor Philosophy also in with Science. So the IWeb people, or especially the with Science experts are looking into it and formulating this. Then the Professional Masters in Pest Management. I heard that it will be endorsed to the graduate school in a very short time. Then we have the Professional Masters in Food Safety. I think it will be also endorsed to graduate school. Then the Professional Masters in Rural and Agricultural Innovation Systems. Nasaan na ba to? Umiikot pa to sa kanilang unit. So they're still studying this Professional Masters. Then we have the Professional Masters in Landscape Management. Now that former Chancellor Dindo Sanchez is with us, palagi ko mag-full blast na tong landscape management. Then we had ideas in the past to have a Professional Masters in Agriculture and Professional Masters in Farm Management. So we will be evaluating these 2 programs, and maybe we can just initiate executive certificates as associated with this. Then we have the associate degree, which is a pet project of the president of the university. So we are planning to develop an associate degree in agriculture technician and agripreneurship. Another associate degree program that was initially initiated that is not written here in the slide is the associate degree in culinary science. But due to benchmarking of our experts in food science, they found out that it is a 4-year course and it cannot be instituted as an associate degree. So they are now formulating, and later on they will be proposing a BS or Bachelor of Science in Culinary Science. Okay. Of course, another revision in our MS program is the MS Rural Sociology, which is with the graduate school already. Then we have, of course, ito yung po sinasabi namin, we have the UPLB Food Security and Innovations Program, which is being administered by the College of Agriculture and Food Science. The first thing we did was, of course, the futures thinking as webinars with our executives and with the committee and the directors of the institute and the different institute directors or the representatives. No? So nagre-retool kami, or we try to retool our mind on what future thinking is all about. And of course, we all know that this is a vital component in the program of our chancellor to future-proof UPLB. Then our commodity research agenda, we plan to adjust it. No, so maybe after this, we plan to adjust it, incorporating more of the food systems approach to answer agriculture 4.0 and 5.0, and of course the incorporating the futures thinking paradigm. Then during the pandemic, of course, the College of Agriculture answered the call of former Chancellor Sanchez to help our students and to help the community. So the different institutions had their own personal, and of course, the different faculty and staff had their personal help. No, they did it, but in terms of institutions, we had some collaborations from, I know the Institute of Plant Breeding gave seeds to the different stakeholders or families in Los Baños, and even as far as I think Calauan or other and other institutions. They have shared their seeds, and yung mga vegetables but present during that time were shared to our stranded students. Okay. They were shared to our stranded students. Ganun rin po sa animal science, no? They shared eggs. They shared meat, processed meat that was there in the freezer. So they shared it to help augment the nutrition of our stranded students. Of course, the Dairy Training Research Institution had its also a milk distribution to our students, no, pampalakas po against COVID. They shared milk. Okay, milk products, I think, no? So I think that is for almost 2 to 3 weeks, sharing milk to the students, no? Then D3 also had a in cooperation with the National Dairy Authority, they distributed milk to the frontliners, yung nagmaman po ng mga checkpoints, no? So they produce milk for them, and kami po sa Dean's Office, kami po nag-distribute. Ang ganda po nito kasi every time po nung after the first delivery, pag nakikita na po kami ng mga tao sa checkpoint, ngumingiti na po silang lahat at sinasabi nila, ayan na yung gatas. Okay, to build up their immune system, no? Malapit na po, Sergio. Then we have the extension of the CAPS food production and pandemic response. So nagtanim po kami during volunteers coming from the different institution, Institute of Crop Science, with IWEP, and ASI, planted vegetables, no, to be distributed to the surrounding barangays, no. So yan po, no. Then during that time also we had an initiative with the Suk Akap, no, in terms of their LERT program, the licensure examination in agriculture, review and training. No, so we trained the trainers or train the reviewers, no, in this aspect, no, because that will be more sustainable than just giving them everything, no. So it's still ongoing now. We are still formulating something in line or sana makaabot po dun sa SUK-AKAP review administered activities. Then during this time also we had webinars, no, to augment or to retool some of our families, no, in terms of different aspects, no. The first session was named Pagkain, Pagkabuhayan sa Panahon ng Pandemya. We had 12 episodes on this, so different in meat, crops and everything. We had 3,068 participants during this session. Then we have session 2. This is version 2 of the PPPs or the 4-piece program here. We had 7 episodes. Bakit 3 lang ito? 4-6 lang pala to. Then we have 900 participants here. So dito po kasi medyo specific yung demand, no? So then we have season 3. Moving forward in challenging times through agripreneurship. So this is also part of our extension in rebooting agriculture. But as if you look at it, it's also part of our agriculture program, no, to entice some of the students to go into agriculture, and of course some of our students to go to agripreneurship, no. Dito po sa episode na so, these are 7 episodes which was attended by 2,138 participants. Okay, yan po ay mga graduates ng College of Agriculture which which performed well in their business, no. So you can see, and dyan po baka tinitignan ni Sir Joe yung nasa lower right corner nyo, sir. Ang gwapo niyan, di ba? Okay, may business po yun, sir. Siya lang po nag-consolidate ng lahat ng po to. So these are our graduates, our pride in the College of Agriculture who did well in terms of their business, no. Then we have season 4. Ito po, kahit 1,858 participants lang po yan do sa 9 episodes. Madami po kami nare-receive na gusto nilang magkaroon ng special uli na gano'n, no? So baka urban gardening chop suey series naman. Ito po kasi pinakbet series, no? So this is from the soil, from taking care of seeds. So the whole production chain, no? Mayroon pong mga special events dyan, yung bagoong production, at mayroon rin pong mushroom to be incorporated sa pinakbet, no? Then we have our last session which was highly participated, 4,159. Medyo dito po nag-international po kami, local and international speakers, no. So we have the Agriculture Youth Champions. It had 8 episodes, and I said 4,159 participants. Okay, so this webinar here. So that all of the webinars are available sa aming YouTube po. If you want to go back to it, watch it again, they are available po sa aming YouTube channel. If you want to use it in terms of your academic materials, you can do so. Okay. So yan po, no? And let's wait for more coming, no? The webinar team headed by Dr. Pempe Santa Cruz, and of course the 2 associate deans, Ma'am Adele and Ma'am Bambi, has already been planning for the different seasons later on, no. So watch out for the next season, no. Parang palagay ko yung isa is the futures outlook coming from our forerunners, the futures outlook in agriculture coming for the forerunners of agriculture, no. So then we supported the Youth in Agriculture program of Shirka, which was administered by the UP Rural High School. No, we helped them in terms of giving yung resource persons, no. So some of them some of the activities were administered by some of our institutions. And ang hiniling po sa akin ni Sir Greg dyan because of katulad nga ng kwento po sa inyo ni Vice kanina, the College of Agriculture has its own Zoom webinar account. This primarily kasi alam niyo po minsan na over request ang ITC at hindi mabigyan yung ample schedule yung ating mga webinars lalo na during the past. So we in the College of Agriculture decided to have our own Zoom account, and this is being used by the youth in agriculture, no? So hiniling po yan ni Principal Greg, and just to tell you po yung bayad po dun sa Zoom account is being paid by the Associate Dean for Research and Extension, no? Hindi ko lang alam po kung nire-reimburse na sa amin, pero initially siya po talaga nag-provide niyang Zoom account namin just to push all our webinar programs at the right time. Then we have extension programs also specially requested by Polo Tokyo. So we had 3 webinars already with them. The first 2 was last year. And just recently, we had the former Chancellor Sanchez discussing edible landscaping to some of our overseas contract workers. Then we have Gulayan sa Tahanan. This is by TVUP under former Chancellor Gigi of the Open University. So you can see they visited us, I think, last Thursday. So they visited us last Thursday, no? So we had an initial talk with them. Our first series, our first session, our first episode was edited and is now being shown in TVUP. Then they have a program, Nagulayan sa Tahanan. So they asked the help of the College of Agriculture here. Just in case you can see the wife of President Concepcion is the one emceeing the whole program. Next slide. Then we had a talk with, of course, Doc Rommel of TTBDO and his team regarding technology commercialization program. So he updated us with the program of TTBDO and how to initiate this. So we will be doing some committee works and in terms of technology transfer, no? Then we have the revival of the mushroom production from the Institute of Weed Science, Entomology, and Plant Pathology. Staff development, iFlex. This is one of our initiatives in terms of remote learning for our faculty. Of course, the university have many initiatives now. So here we sent a few of our faculty to study remote learning kasi bago sa atin yan. So this was an initiative when we were doing our course pack. So they shared some informations with us, no? Then Kapsama Nyo Kami program. This was spearheaded by, of course, as I said earlier, Dr. Kat Israel. So this is for our students, no? So different institutions, no, very nice, no. They had their own way of making life easy or having a program with raffle draws and everything in the different programs, no. So it was also joined. But this is by webinar again. Of course, it was joined by most of our students, no, and faculty also, no. So we had programs on that to alleviate the mental health and mental health of our students, no. So hindi lang aral, meron ring webinar na kasayahan. Then these are the new projects launched. Again, sorry, masyado po kasi siyang madami. Yan po, kita nyo, almost 55 new products launched, and 50 of them was developed by the Institute of Food Science and Technology. Nilaunch po nila yan noong ating anniversary. 50 shades of taste po, no? Yan. Then we have 5 products from the Dairy Training Research Institute, no? So I will be asking everybody to sana po ay tikman nyo ang kanilang mga bagong products. Then, of course, in terms of new plant varieties, thank you, Doc Rodel. 22 NSYNC registered varieties, no? So this is really a milestone for us, no? Even though if during the video you showed the 1,000, no? During the past years, no, we have really very few varieties registered, and that was the thing that I asked Sir Rodel to do when he assumed office of the directorship of IPB, no? Then ayan po, no? Salamat po sa regalo sa birthday mo, Sir Rodel. 22 NSYNC registered varieties. Of course, some 7 technologies and 98 GTTRO released varieties. No, good work. No, I think there's also one rice variety that was developed by Dr. Hernandez. No. Then, of course, in terms of infrastructure, we had the road network of the ES farm that was just finished. No, so kita niyo po yan, may bago kaming cemented road network inside the ES farm. And if you can look at this picture also, you can see that wala pong bubong ang ES farm. The reason behind that is that the chancellor gave the go signal to remove all the asbestos roofing. Our ES farm was, or the University Animal Farm is almost 85% asbestos roofing. So tinatanggal po yan, tinanggal na po lahat ang asbestos roofing. Wala pong bubong ang farm ngayon. So of course, Doc Romel Sulabo and his team has plans on this. But I heard that they have already requested Vice Chancellor Paras, which I think is here, with a 21 million request for the roofing of the animal houses, no? Para malagyan na po natin ng laman uli, Vice Chancellor. Then we have the beef cattle farm, which was established also. This is 3 chancellors in the making. And you can see they are solar roof. Well, it's located near the pasture area of the Dairy Training Research Institute. So malapit na po namin mabakantihan yung beef cattle farm sa harapan po ng Copeland Gym. Okay. Then of course, incoming infrastructure. Thank you very much, Chancellor Camacho, for this initiative. So we have the iCrops ASI innovative building. Of course, this was started way back. We had the DAAD ongoing. Renovation of the La Granja dormitory plans is already with OVCPD. Nakuha ko na yata, nandito na pala sa College of Agriculture. We have renovation of iCrops building, which was funded and given funds by the Chancellor, 11.96. Of course, like to remind also the request of the tissue culture group, the renovation of that building. Then, of course, the ES waste treatment, and that's the fund, the repair of the Fronda in Villegas, the addition of the awarded water tank, the water line of D3, our incoming infrastructures. And again, thank you, Chancellor Camacho, for budgeting all of this, and Vice Chancellor Paras. Of course, we have incoming structures, that the D3 transient house with the TOR. No? Madami po kaming plano. Madami po kaming ginagawang plano. Kat, next slide, please. So we have the D3 integrated complex also for DAED. No? Alam niyo naman po yung nangyari sa D3 administrative building. It went, nasunog po siya. So basically, we are now changing the land use program or the land use and infrastructure plan of D3. So that is, of course, being under the leadership of Dr. Angeles. No? Yan po, no? So they have the Meat Science building also. The committee to draft the TOR was done already. Of course, bago tayo balik mo nga, Kat, we had so many infrastructures going on po. Sabi nga nila, better plan. We have a plan. We have a budget. Let's just wait for the money to come. And based on our experience, kahit kaano katagal na po yan, matutuloy at matutuloy po yan. No? So make sure that you have your plan with you. Okay? So we have also fun moments even though we are under quarantine. We also celebrated the 112th foundation anniversary via Zoom, via webinar. So there were so many activities that were done during that time. Of course, lumipat, nasingit yung isang yun. No? Then of course, we have the greenhouse complex. The proposed plan in terms of infrastructure here is the greenhouse complex located at the sea lots near Pili Drive. Then we had the plans for the agri park. We are waiting for the UPLB LUDIP so that we will know where we will be incorporating. This is a perspective on the perspective of its initial area. But because of some changes in the university's plan, we are still waiting where we will be putting our agri-park. Okay. The agri-park, of course, is a very vital component in terms of our function in research, academic, and extension function. So ito po yung six major component of the agri-park. So it's a source of technology, it's a education tourism site, germplasm, showcase of our technologies also, kaya nga agriculture technology park. Then we have the historical museum within, just to remind us that we started from since 1909, we plan to place a museum there. And of course, it's a key startup area also for research projects that will be commercialized later on. So it is needed to be tested first, the research, then before we throw it to TTVDO for commercialization. Okay, so the agri-park. Then we have the CA Foundation site. This is the master plan done by the university. We are now under communication with an alumni group which will be funding this initiative. No, thank you very much for that alumni group. Saka ko na po sasabihin yung alumni group pag nag-finalize na po ang kwentuhan. Then we have some initiatives coming from IWEP, the Selected Insecticide Innovation and Learning Center, which will be incorporated in our LUDI plan. And of course, additional infrastructures will be incorporated in the UPLB land use development and infrastructure programs later on. So kino-consolidate pa po namin yung mga plano ng different institutions. Okay? And thank you, Captain Baradas, Manny Baradas of the class of 1970. No, he donated a bus for IPB para madala po namin yung aming mga staff and faculty sa IPB. And of course, those people who are near IPB can hop in. Okay, kulang na po kasing sasakyan because of dapat malalayo po tayo sa upuan. So nakita po ni Sir Manny yan and he donated this vehicle for the use of IPB. Okay, thank you again, Sir Manny. Then we had a dream. We have a dream. This is, I think, 4 deans in the making. The dream to have our own building. That is the dream, no? This was done by the architect of Senator Subiri, no? So the green building, pinakita sa amin ni Senator Subiri yan nung ano bang ginawa ni Sir dito nung pinanya yung IWEP building, at the foundation site of the IWEP building and the grad school dormitory building, no? So sabi niya, ito ang sunod nating project. So I hope that dream can come true. Okay? Then, thank you very much po. Sana po hindi kayo na-bore. Pasensya po, konti lang po ang ginawa namin sa College of Agriculture and Food Science. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dean Agbisit, for your very exhaustive report. Okay? Dean, basahin ko lang po muna ang mga comments sa Zoom.
VP, naka-mute po kayo. VP Joe, naka-mute po kayo.
Pinaka-mute ka pa.
Sorry about that. Thank you very much, Dr. Agbisit, for your very exhaustive report. Thank you very much. Let me first read comments posted at Zoom from Rina De Luna. Thank you very much to CAFS and D3 for donating cut grass and silage for animals affected by the Taal eruption. That's from Rina De Luna. And she also says, salamat po sa suporta ninyong binhi para sa komunidad ng Banay-Banay, Kabuyao. From Cheryl Yap, ang UPLB Termite Program ay UPLB Urban Pest Management Program na po as approved by Chancellor Camacho. Do you want to have a quick take on that, Dean Agbisit?
Sir, it's always a university program, but it is always run by our people from IWEP.
Okay po. And from Panims Bandian, well appreciated po ang pag-provide ng team ni Ma'am Cheryl Yap ng disinfection solution para mapanitiling malinis at ligtas ang mga opisina sa panahon ng pandemya. So those are the comments so far, sir. May I add that ako po ay isa sa mga pumila sa mga outposts para bumili ng gatas at yogurt from D3. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Sir Joe.
Palagi akong nakapila po doon. So let's now read the questions posted at the Q&A box. First from DM, what was used was an email address. So I'll just read it, dmhautea@up.edu.ph. Congratulations, Dean Agbisit, on a very productive 3-year term. I am happy to see the progress made in the PAS, but the metrics shown have lots of room for improvement. PAS needs to improve visibility and accessibility. Do you have any concrete plans to support online publishing of PAS?
Hi, Ma'am Des. Thank you very much for your comment. Basically now that we have Doc Romel have plans on this, no, pero inuna lang po namin yung Scholar 1. Of course, the Scholar 1 was initiated by Associate Dean to spearhead the editing of everything. And it was funded by the Chancellor already, but for all journals of the university. So not only PAS, no. So this is announcement, no, Ma'am Rina, for when you can make use of the Scholar 1, no. So I think that will be announced by the Chancellor later on, also maybe in the University Council. But we initiated that because we saw some of the problems of doing these journals, no. Ang lit lang kasi nung aming PAS group. They're lean, but they are trying their best. And of course, all comments coming from people, no, especially Ma'am Ramirez, Dr. Ramirez, no, yan po isa sa mga diniscuss niya. Ma'am Bautista also, Dr. Bautista, when he came to my office regarding PAS. And of course, I have told Dr. Romel about this, and we are in full support of the programs of PAS regarding this. Thank you. Don't worry, Ma'am Des, slowly but surely magagawa po natin yan.
Okay. Okay, the answer is surely. Okay, thank you very much. We have another question from Dr. Glenn B. Gregorio, a member of the faculty. Thank you, Dean Agbisit, for the impressive accomplishments of CAFS, even in this time of pandemic. Dr. Gregorio's question is, are you now thinking of privatizing some components of CAFS to fast-track the commercialization of CAFS research products and services? If not, what is your strategy to push the linkage of CAFS and industry?
Sir Glenn Gregorio, thank you very much for that comment. Pag Miss Universe yung tanong mo, sir, talaga. Of course, I like to also thank Sir Glenn for all the comments dun sa mga aming mga light moments in Thailand. Okay, baka masabi ko ibang lugar, no? Para in Thailand that shared most of this. That's the reason, Sir Glenn, we had a talk with Dr. Romel of TTBDO to fast track all the commercializations. No, the initial plan as of now is really to retool and retain, retool and equip one person from each of the 9 units to spearhead this. No, so of course kailangan dito ay permanent na person. No, so we are identifying the right person to spearhead this. No, because upon in our meeting with Dr. Rommel, he shared so many things with us. No, so looking for the right person to spearhead this commercialization is important sa aming tatlo, nila Ma'am Bambi sa kanila Ma'am Adele, because we see that this is very, very important in terms of this. No, we plan to do this right after these activities of the selection for deanship. No, I think I have still a few more days to do two things. No, so we'll be doing that, sir. Not only that, but we have of course aligned a few more committees. Hindi pa ho kami tapos magtrabaho, tatapusin po namin yan throughout. No? So whatever happens in terms of the deanship selection, we will be passing the torch to the next dean na medyo arrange ng konti po yung aming gagawin.
Dr. Gregorio, the answer is close coordination with TTBDO, and the dean's strategy is to have focal persons in each of the units to spearhead commercialization in the college. That's what I got from the answer. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Sir Joe. Galing mo talaga mag-summarize, sir.
Okay, sir. Just a comment from Sisima Perehan Navega. Congratulations, Dean, for the job well done. God bless you always. Our next question is from Benedict Kyle Barber, and he is the CAFS Student Council Chair. Good morning, Dean Pids. Has there been efforts by the college in returning to on-ground learning?
Hi, Kyle. Of course, you know, pag nagkakwentuhan tayo lagi-lagi regarding the F2F, so we are really bound by IFTF rules, and napipigil na rin tayo, of course, of that rule. But what we are doing right now is we are slowly but surely preparing ourselves for what we call the blended learning approach. No, so we all know that this problem won't ay hindi mawawala in the near future. No, so we always align our programs with that of the programs of the system and of course of the present administration. No, but rest assured that we are really doing our job. No, in terms of monitoring what's happening sa students, yung mga kinikwento mo sa akin mga problem faculties. Okay, we are talking with them and trying to make life at least bearable in this trying times. No, so in terms of on the ground, nasa upper yan, alam mo naman nung kinikwento ko sa iyo yan, na pagtaas ang may kuan, I cannot do anything about that. If the procedures or kung ang dapat mong gawin ay nanggagaling sa taas, so we can always say our piece, but of course what will be implemented will be what is being asked of us by the central administration, and that is all of course for all your safety. Okay, and there's a move, I think, that some of the faculty and of course through the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, I think 3 weeks ago, that she asked for another round of letters request to her to be put to be endorsed to the system, to be endorsed to CHED, and of course to be endorsed to IATF, not for especially for our students that will be conducting their F2F experiments in 200A. No, so but in terms of 200A and internship, we are our faculty has really tried their best to look for internship programs regarding this. No, kung makikita nyo lang po ang hirap ng faculty dito at kung paano rin po sila na-stress, lalo na kung how do I put it, hindi mag-push through yung kanilang plano, yung kanilang initiative. So doon po ako hanga sa faculty ng College of Agriculture. Ibang-iba po ang pagmamahal niyan sa mga estudyante nila. Okay. Yan lang, sir. I hope, Sir Kyle, I have answered your question.
Okay. Dean, I totally agree. I teach at UP Los Baños. Hirap rin ako. Okay. Ma'am Vice Chancellor, parang you were nodding your head earlier when the Dean was answering. You want to add something uh, about the blend. You were nodding your head when he said like may letters na papunta sa Vice Chancellor to be forwarded to the system.
Yes po, it's the initiative of the Academic Affairs naman po. So yes, kay VC Jean Loyola po ito na for the information of the students, talaga pong pinaghihirapan, sinusubukan po nating i-justify, lalo na po yung mga kailangan talaga ng experiments, no? But tama po ang sinabi po ni Dean Pids na saludo din kami dun sa mga teachers kasi nagtatanong po tayo for alternative kung hindi talaga tayo mapapayagan. Ang primarya po talaga nating konsiderasyon would be to give options para ang mga estudyante ay makagraduate at hindi maging sagka yung hindi tapos ng experiments para doon sa kanilang graduation eventually. Medyo mahirap po talaga na hindi nakasalalay sa pamunuan ng UPLB at ng UP in general, no, yung decision for the balik eskwela. Kahit sumusuporta kami doon sa safe na pagbabalik eskwela, ang hirap na tayo ay naka-angkla pa rin doon sa decision talaga ng IEP. Salamat po.
Thank you very much. Okay. A few comments, Dean. Yes, please. Urban gardening. This was a comment while you were presenting, sir. And from Susan Aquino Ong, thank you for your presentation. Maraming salamat din po sa selfless service nyo, Dean Agbisit. Congratulations. From
Thank you, ma'am.
Dr. Wanda Magpantay.
Kaibigan ko yun, Joe. Kaibigan ko yun.
Okay. Okay. Okay po. From Dr. Vanda Magpantay, how about the projects involving Granja resources and facilities? Is or will the college be recruiting more staff to implement them?
La Granja, Ma'am Vance.
Okay. Sige, baka na typo error lang, sir. It may be La Granja. Okay.
Ma'am, sir, saan nyo nakita yun? Sa chat o sa QA?
Sa chat, sir.
Chat po. Tama po, La Granja.
La Granja. Okay, let me read again. How about the projects involving La Granja resources and facilities? Will the college be recruiting more staff to implement them?
Of course, that has been a dream for ever since Ma'am Vanda, no, to beef up the resources and of course the manpower in La Granja. That is a 282 hectare land area in Negros, La Carlota. It is being manned by, kung nakita nyo yung picture kanina ng La Granja, a handful of them. Okay, so there is really a move to hire. There are 2 vacant research positions now available in La Granja. So if you have a friend that wants to go there, Ma'am Vance, wag lang ikaw lilipat, kailangan ka namin sa animal science. Okay, so you can go there also. So of course, madami pong nangyayari sa La Granja ngayon. And kami po ni Vice Paras, we really want to go there because I want the present administration to see what La Granja is, no, because completely wala po silang alam sa nangyayari doon, no. So unfortunately very strict po ang Bacolod, so we cannot really go there, no, but I am asking Station Manager Manny Samson about this, no. Madami po kami nadadar na rin po kami ngayon sa La Granja. But of course during our last meeting with the President and with VC ang galing ho ni President Concepcion regarding DAR. Yun lang po makakwento ko na bagay, no. So we still have the 282 hectares with us right now.
Okay. Sige po. Okay. Okay, sige. From Boyet Bustos, congratulations, Dean Agbisit, and to the CAFS family. From Enzo Alqueza, a leader's job is never done. You've done good. You will still do more good. March on, Dean Pids. Sir, I have a personal question. Ako naman gusto ko mag-post ng question. Bakit po exciting maging dean during these times? Parang ang hirap po. Pero bakit po exciting? Bakit may mga gusto po pong maglingkod as dean.
Okay, just to no, alam ko baka na-share na sa ni Sir Glenn yan na in terms of being the dean of the college, no. Dapat po because of the pressure than we had during the pandemic, it was really, pardon the word, a hell of a time na grabe po talaga, no. Parang ang sarap magpahinga, mag-rest, just to put it in my friend's words, kaang-kaang ka muna ng ilang taon. It was really that, no. So but when hindi naman sa pagsisip-sip po to, no. But when Sir Dong assumed the office, no, he shared really his vision. Doon po ako talagang, wow, okay to, I can move now in terms of what I want to do with my college. And I think the support of minsan nga hindi support ni Sir Dong, minsan pati tulak may kasama. That was very nice. So I talked with my team and I said I will be running for second term because of that reason, no. And exciting siya, sir, kasi bago eh. How do you do things in a new environment? Okay? Na lalong paglalabas kang gusto mo lumabas dapat pagbalik mo for 7 days quarantine ka. Those things, no? How do you now do it? It's very exciting on that. How do you, of course, you have to follow protocols. Mapapagalitan po ako ni Dr. Waldin yan, no? So sabi nga namin, we have to follow protocols on this, but it will be nice. Nakikita mo yung proper how to operationalize everything. It's very nice, no? It's a challenge, and I think if we do good, it will be something that we can make kwento to our younger faculty later on. Itong ginawa namin when all the sides were really hard and of course very unique rin. Alam mo yan, Sergio, no? Ang hirap talaga nung si Sir Glenn lang talaga masipag hindi ko alam bakit talaga na kakalabas yan eh. Dapat yan eh.
Sige po. Okay. Sige. Very well said, sir. Okay, the vision of the chancellor. Okay, and these are things that we can share to the young generation once we have accomplished all that we have planned for. Ang galing, sir. Okay, sir. Just Benedict Kyle Barber replied earlier. Thank you po, Dean, and pagpupugay rin po sa efforts ng faculty. I don't know if I read this earlier from Bernardo Plantilla. CAF's Dean Agbisit, job well done and congratulations. Okay, another question from Dr. Vanda Magpantay. Dean, we saw in the UPLB news that UP Baguio will be serving as satellite campus for CAFs, especially for its BSA program. Will we hire additional faculty for it, or will we use the existing faculty of the college? It's regarding satellite campus, sir, in UP Baguio. Anong resources ang gagamit?
I think I'm caught off guard there because when we had a strategic planning workshop, hindi ako sumama sa UP Baguio. And I did not hear any comment coming from the chancellor regarding this. What I know is that of course the satellite campus there in UP Baguio was for the forestry, no? But I heard that there are certain plans in terms of coffee and cacao. That was the thing that the chancellor told me, no. I had to, tagal na kasi ako hindi nakakapag-Facebook, Ma'am Van. So sa dami rin ng pinapagawa mo sa amin sa internship, hindi ako nakakapag boss ko po yan sa animal science, si Ma'am Banda. So hindi ko po, I'm not familiar, so I cannot answer regarding that, no. That comment, no. So I have to talk with Vice Dean about this. I'm not familiar, sir, and the information has not come down to me. No.
Yeah, fair enough, sir. Fair enough. Okay, sige. So, but there are other opportunities where this question can be raised again. Sige po. It's just that the dean does not have enough information. So, thank you very much. From Boyet Bustos, congratulations, Dean Agbisit, and to the CAFS family. Okay, and now go to the question and answer box from Claire Sandro. Congratulations, Dean, for the job well done. What do you most appreciate serving as the what do you most appreciate serving as Dean of CAPS?
Talaga to si Ma'am Claire.
Sandro, a member of the reps.
What ang pagkaintindi ko yan, Sergio, is what pumps me in terms of being a dean here, no? The people. I like the people.
Okay.
They're talagang iba po ang environment dito sa College of Agriculture. The help that is rendered to the dean is really very, very heartwarming. The respect for the position, no, was really heartwarming. Pag pinagalaw mo yan, gagalaw lahat yung mga yan. Kahit Sabado, Linggo, gumagalaw po yung mga yan. And that's how I really appreciate the College of Agriculture, because I don't know, no, this was maybe how we were retooled by our predecessors, by our elders, no. Iba yung culture within, no. So it's a very in the culture within and how we deal with each other. Of course, sir, hindi ko naman sinasabi perfecto. There are still some things that has to be, but the atmosphere is, and the support, not only from the faculty but also to the administrative staff, no. Isisipin nyo, sir, yan, kailangan namin magtanim, kailangan namin mag-alaga ng hayop at plants, no, during the pandemic, no. So the mga tao doon really had to, no, hindi they were not forced, they had to, sa pagmamahal sa hayop at pagmamahal sa halaman. They really went there. Of course, alam niyo na yung health concerns and everything. Doon po sila, no. We saw that during the time, no, makikita mo, no, ang gumagalaw po sa college noon nandito lang po sa may eastern side ng university, most of them, no, makita niyo gumagalaw. And we really are and these people, no, and typical example dyan, Sergio, mapapasayaw mo ba ang mga director mo? Hindi mo mapapasayaw, but because of it's a family day. Ayun po yung sa amin. It's a family day. Ito started by Dean Rico Supangco during his time. Family day. Pag hindi ka sumayaw, walang sasayaw. So it takes lead. I experienced that when I was a director of animal science. No, kailangan ikaw nandoon sa practice. Kasi walang darating na sa practice kung at of course mapapaya ang institution mo. And that camaraderie that we have experienced, no, pag sinabi mo, patak-patak, pack lunch. Dila yan, pack lunch. And we shared it to this. No, sayang lang nga po, no. Hindi na we cannot do this anymore, no, pero baka gagawa kami uli. Pinagpaplanuhan namin dito sa office, no, Zoom performance. Handang-handa na kami mag-concert yung pinag-usapan namin nung sa isang ano ba na yun, yung mga joke ma'am Silva, ano tawag natin doon, yung Follies. Napag-usapan po yung Follies na ibabalik. Mabuti na lang nagkaroon ng pandemic. Kasi kundi panalo na naman kami doon, ma'am. Ang yabang no. Sorry.
Yes po ako.
Ayun, ma'am. Hindi, ma'am. Ang sabi ni Sir Agham, defending champion daw sila nung nagkwentuhan kami.
Sina-challenge tayo din. Tayo.
So, baka yun po, mag-follies kami na webinar. No? Subukan namin sa college. No? So, we're looking at things that can beef up everything. Of course, I know, ma'am, my faculty and my staff are really working and they are stressed. I know that, no. So yan, lalo na po sa lalo nga itong internship po, ma'am, we were really stressed of with communicating with STEs and everything, no. Hindi pa nga lang namin nakakausap ng Shirka, pero na lang po yan, next round, no. I know that of course with Sir Glenn Gregorio there, we have a partner in Shirka and everything that we do also. Naman po. Okay. Haba po, sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay. The answer, in 2 words, the answer to the question earlier is the people. Okay, so yun po ang in-appreciate ni Dean Pitts. Okay. Okay, let me just take a look at the chat box. so as not to miss any of the comments. From Roberta Garcia, congratulations, Dean Agbisit. Thank you for your unswerving service and leadership. All the best. Once again, from Rina De Luna, looking forward to CAF's academic and extension programs that will be offered under UPPSAE. Sir, why the chuckle, sir?
And ma'am, because I know that Ma'am Rina is just assume office of the PISAE program, no? So sabi ko na nga ba, tatanong sa akin ni Ma'am Rina yan eh. When I saw her as part of the committee, no? So we are baka natin subukan, Sir Ma'am, yung professional masters in animal nutrition. I know that we have a few communications later in the past with some of our graduates who want to take up this degree also. So maybe when the food engineering is approved by the BR, mas madali po kasing ituro dun sa PISAE yung mga professional masters program rather than our master science and our PhDs. No? So ang hirap po kasi nung the skills and that is needed, no? If they don't have any laboratories there, no available laboratories in a different institutions or partner institutions in that area, medyo mahirap i-implement yung iba po. But we are prepared now. We have done that also, no? And of course, with the help of some of the of my directors, no, we are still developing some more professional masters. We are targeting one per academic institution. Then titingnan na po namin kung ano nangyayari.
Okay. Sir, from the comment section, Agri PPC, Melissa Makasait. Congratulations, Dean Pids, for what you and CAFs accomplished. Maraming salamat for your continued assistance in agriculture matters and concerns sa amin na nasa LGU. Okay.
Thank you very much, City Agriculturist Makasait from Puerto Princesa, ma'am, sir.
Okay, sige. Sir, I have another question, personal question. Aside from the conduct of classes, what is na lang, another challenge for the college? What is the greatest challenge for the college aside from the conduct of classes, sir?
Sir, I think that the big challenge for us is the food systems approach that is being instituted right now. So I know that Sheka is very, very active on this, no? So that's the reason why we placed it in our research agenda in terms of modification of our commodity research agenda, because we want to be holistic. In this way, we also want to partner with the different colleges regarding this, because the College of Agriculture by itself cannot proceed with a systems approach without the help of a different colleges. Yung alag-lag yung biro ko kay Dean Agham, sa kay Dean Elipanyo o kay VC Box about Ag-Eng and Ad-Econ. But of course, these are primer important courses in their colleges. But these are also a vital component in the BS Agriculture. No? If you have gone to Kasatsart, nandun yan, nakadikit yan sa College of Agriculture. But of course, wala namang how do I put it? With proper communication, we can always communicate across colleges. So yan po isa sa mga palagi kong very, very vital component now in terms of how do we proceed with plans? How do we proceed with retooling the mines? Kasi if you have a concrete idea of what we want to happen, magbo-bold down, magro-rokan yan sa instruction, sa research, and our extension programs also. So that is I'll share more of that later on, sir, when I present my future plans. Meron po kaming pinapakulong isang that's the thing that is very challenging on my part. No? How do I operationalize all of those principles that is there out there and put it in, no?
Okay.
And of course, sir, isa pa pala nakalimutan ko, which we failed to also place there. We are initiating ito maririnig din ni VC Paras kasi alam niya pagkatapos ko sabihin to at ma-formalize namin. Magaling po kami magplano. sir. Nagpaplano kami, tapos hingi lang kami ng hingi.
Sige.
Hintay lang, hintay. Madarat na yung ang pan namin dyan is pag hindi mabigyan ngayon, di request tayo next year. Pag hindi mabigyan next year, hindi next year. Ganun lang naman yan, sir. Of course, there are many colleges, madaming anak po si Chancellor na kailangan bigyan niya ng budget, and we understand that. Of course, hindi lang po kami doon na hihinto. We are also looking for other sources just to beef it up, no? And yung pong isang gusto kong plan in terms of academic is the smart rooms and smart classrooms and smart laboratories. We have an idea, of course. That's an idea only. We need to get help from UPMO to visualize the operations para at least when we sell it, tama ba yung aking word? When some of the alumni that are present here would like to adapt, yan, palagay ko, adapt. May kompleto po kaming plano para pag nakita nila, ay, 3 milyon lang pa kayang-kaya ni Sergio yan. Yung mga ganon. So mga ganon pong bagay. No? So, may plano, may gift. I like to share a story, Sir John, if may. Nung director ako na Animal Science, nung first meeting namin sa stakeholders, ang sinasabi nila, ano matutulong namin? So what we did was we planned. Gawa kami lahat ng mga gusto ng mga different division leaders. Nilagay namin and we package it. Pag humihingi na sila ngayon, ano matutulong namin? Binibigyan namin yung buong package. Hindi na sila bumabalik. That's just a joke. No? Of course, may bumabalik po. Hindi lang, we expected a lot. Alam mo naman yung dami. Pero kung umuulan, pero masaya na kami sa makonting ambon. Hindi ko nga nailagay yung mga ibang initiatives pa lang ng different units. Madami po silang initiatives. Yun po yung kaba ko, Sergio. Hindi ko nailagay yung iba. Baka magtampo po yung ibang mga directors na madami silang nagawa na hindi namin nailagay. No? Hanggang 1:00 po ng gabi, hanggang kaya nahalata ni Bis, nagkahabulho kami kanina. Hanggang 8:30 kanina po nag-update kami. Kasi biglang, uy, ba't kulang si ganito? Ba't walang fun moments? Lalo, hindi naman tayo lagi seryoso, sabi ko sa researcher namin na tumutulong sa akin sa paggawa ng presentation. Hindi naman tayo seryoso. Madami tayong fun moments. Hindi po namin nalagay lahat ang fun moments namin. So, yun po, sir. Yun po, sir.
Okay, sige. What I got is at a time of limited resources, the leadership of Dean Agbisit is always ready. Laging handa. Yun ang okay. Dean Elpidio Agbisit Jr., on behalf of the search committee, we would like to thank you for sharing your accomplishment report and bravely answering the questions. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you rin po, ma'am.
Hey,
sir. And Ma'am Janet.
Okay.
And the committee, of course.
Bago po tayo magtapos, ibabalik ko lang po kay Vice Chancellor Silva for important reminders or announcements.
Maraming salamat po, VP Joe. Thank you very much, Dean Peeds. It's always a pleasure listening to you and listening to accomplishments. Pangatlong search na po ito namin ni VP Joe at lagi kaming natutuwa dun sa accomplishments ng mga colleges, especially when we also recognize really the effort and the assistance at yung tulong po ng lahat ng sektor doon sa kolehiyo. So malaki po ang takeaway namin. We learned a lot from the report. Tama po si VP Joe, very exhaustive yung naging report. At sabi nyo nga po, no, hindi pa enough, hindi pa nasama lahat, pero we saw how you've been very busy the past 3 years. So maraming salamat po. Thank you very much. At salamat po, no, we have reached, ang dami po nating attendees kanina, more than 100 po kanina, umabot tayo sa 100 kanina na attendees dito sa Zoom. And then I was checking the YouTube live streaming, marami rin pong nanonood doon. So thank you very much. At marami po talagang maraming interesadong makinig sa CAP's accomplishment report. Sana po ay pareho pa rin ang makuha natin na suporta doon po sa presentation naman ng mga nominees on Monday, July 12. Ipapadala po namin sa inyo ang link para doon sa Zoom webinar naman na iyon. And patulad din po, ila-live stream din po yun para doon sa mga gustong manood na hindi makakapasok doon sa ating Zoom. So Patuloy nyo lang pong suportahan yung Search Committee and the Forest Cup sa paghahanap po ng panibagong dean. Salamat din po sa mga paunang nomination aming natanggap. So thank you very much. And we look forward to listening to Dean Peeds on Monday for his presentation para maituloy po ni Dean ang kanyang mga kwento at ang mga plano para sa CAP. So maraming salamat po. On behalf of the Search Committee, thank you very much. Meron pa po tayong videos na ipapalabas ng grupo po ng CAPS ni Ma'am Kat. So take it away po.
Maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga nanood, members of the UPLB Execom na nanood. Maraming salamat sa mga nagtanong, nag-comment. We would also like to thank ITC for the assistance extended to the committee. Dr. Agbisit, please stay in the room because we will have a group photo later. We will now be looking at videos. Thank you. Thank you to all.
Kala nila sir, matagal pa kaya...
Okay. Sige.
Yan na po.
Hail college dear, thou learning's fountain, head of worth untold. We proudly sing thy praise and wave thy flags of green and gold. We love thy fields and pastures where our daily work is done, and nature's endless secrets are unraveled one by one. Agriculture college dear, devoted sons will ever be. Unceasing inspiration do we always draw from thee. We come from all the regions of this eastern island fair, and trustingly we place ourselves in thy protecting care. With mouths of healing standing guard in its majestic hue, and lagunas placid waters lending splendor to the view. With love's sunshine, there is no place more charming, blessed with God's more bounteous gifts. Agriculture college dear, devoted sons will ever be. Unceasing inspiration do we always draw from thee. We come from all the regions of this eastern island fair, and trustingly we place ourselves in thy protecting care. Agriculture college dear, devoted sons will ever be. Unceasing inspiration do we always draw from thee. We come from all the regions of this eastern island fair, and trustingly we place ourselves in thy protecting care.
Once again, on behalf of the search committee, thank you very much. The participants can now leave the room. May we request the members of the search committee and Dean Agbisit to please stay.
Ay, sabi ko sa'yo, Sergio ang dami ko nakalimutan. Hindi ko nailagay sa accomplishment report. Ang dami ko na daw utang ulit, sir.
Susunod daw.
Napansin nga po namin na tinitingnan nyo ang mobile phone. May mga naniningil po yata.
Yes, sir. Sabi, sir, nakalimutan mo to. Sir, nakalimutan mo. Ay, napatay. Sabi ko na nga ba, ang dami ko nakalimutan.
Pagkakataon next week. Okay. Okay. The members of the search committee, can you please turn on your cameras, and may I request someone from the committee to take the photo, please?
Yes po, sir. I'll take the picture.
Nandito si Siegfried. Siegfried. Nandito si Siegfried. Okay, sige po.
Okay po, sige po. Ready? Smile. 1, 2, 3. One more po. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Sige. Naka-off na po tayo, ma'am, no? Vice Chancellor, hindi na tayo recording, no?
Ay, pa-off na po ng recording? Yes.
Kasi may sasabihin lang ako. May sasabihin lang ako si Professor De Luna. Very